I am hosting an in-person town hall meeting. On Facebook, I'm probably shadow banned, so it's going to take a while for people to actually see this video or come on. That's why I just wanted to go ahead and go live because I am being blocked on several of my platforms and channels right now. Why, Patrice? Why are you being blocked? One, because I am about the only one that's on here actually talking about real life topics and not celebrity bullshit. There's real things going on in America that more American citizens and Black and brown people need to be aware of. One being the migrant crisis and the fact that our borders are open and the fact that many of us are listed as sanctuary cities, okay? Sanctuary and asylum cities. So if you are a sanctuary and asylum city like the city of Chicago is, then you are probably dealing with some of the things that we are dealing with, which is a lot of our Black and brown communities are being overran right now by immigrants, okay? The problem is not with the immigrants. We don't have a problem with the immigrants. We understand that people are going through things in their country. But what we do have a problem with is how we, who have been living here, who have been paying taxes, who have been in some of these communities, especially mine on the south side of Chicago, who has received no funding, no money towards any type of services that are going to benefit the community. No community center funding, no funding for extra jobs, no funding for job training. There's a lot going on around you, and a lot of you all are unfocused. A lot of you all are paying attention to the BS, as you always are. And so when you are silent about things like this that are happening in your neighborhood, in your country, then expect more to be coming. Because if you think that the war over there in another country is not affecting you, baby, you are completely slow. And that's the problem. Y'all are so complacent here in America and so comfortable here in America with the little bit of stuff that you do get. I do need to maybe remind you all, your government denies student loan, okay? So you're not getting no kind of write-offs or breaks, right? Your government denies student loans for you all to be able to be forgiven. Your government has denied so much for you, but yet millions and billions of dollars are going to other countries and to bring people in. I'm in the city of Chicago. The state of Illinois has spent over $328 million on migrants. The city of Chicago has spent over $235 million on migrants. But Black and brown people who live in these same neighborhoods, where is your money? Where is your investment for housing? Okay. In their press release that was published August 29th, 2023, their press release, this is in black and white. I have it in my stories on Facebook. I don't know if I put it in my stories on TikTok because all of y'all are not in Chicago. But on Facebook, it's in my stories. I have the actual press release and I posted it and circled it. It says on there in black and white that many of these people that are being brought in from other countries are also because that the workforce here in America is very hard to fill. So in a nutshell, y'all are not going back to work. So they're ready to bring some people over here from another country who is willing to go back to work. And so at this point, they're getting all the funding, not you, because $235 million to go to a group of people who just got here, who have no legal rights here. Okay? Some of y'all have been paying taxes your whole life. Your community has never seen $235 million, not designated directly to you and for you. There are several people on the streets that are living here, but our own homeless veterans, people who have worked and paid taxes and worked and paid for this country are not being taken care of. And y'all are not paying attention. And y'all just think this is a joke. You want to keep talking about Will and Jada. You want to keep talking about everything else, but what's outside of your door? Because right now, the door is at your footsteps. Y'all want to talk about the war across the country. Baby, you have one right here at your footsteps. You are literally being replaced in your face, and they're being funded to replace you in your face. And you're still on here silent. You're still on here not saying nothing. So for me, instead of just talking on here, because y'all love to keyboard type and do nothing, I'm about action. So I'm hosting a town hall meeting tonight at my office in the city of Chicago. You do have to register to get the exact location. Okay. But outside of this, I'm not about to keep being on the internet talking to a bunch of people who not about to do nothing. I just want you to be aware that I always tell you the truth ahead of time before it happened. The same way I told you about the PPP and all of y'all around here messing up, looking stupid and crazy because you're under investigation. They're reversing your loans. They're firing you from your jobs. The same way that I did that and that I've been telling you stuff, it's the same thing that's happening right now. And a lot of you all about to be sitting here looking stupid as ever because you're getting ready to be replaced. And at the point where they're even changing laws, there's laws being changed right now that you're not even aware about. So when you be sitting in a concentration camp on your own, or a shackle or a box or a cage on your own because you don't know how to open up your mouth and get the fuck off the internet, then don't say nothing to me because I won't even be around to be nowhere because I'll be underground somewhere because you won't catch me in no cage. Very aware of what's going on. While y'all are so clouded in the mind with bullshit when your whole life is in front of you being played with. The government is literally playing you in your fucking face and you're okay with it and not saying nothing. You just want to get on the internet and, oh yeah, that's sad. Oh yeah, that's an issue. No, it's time to actually organize. It's time to actually get off your ass, get off of the computer and get into organization and start planning and have an action plan and a game plan. Because this is not a game because your border is wide open. And Chicago has spent $235 million when we were promised on the South and the West Side over $2 billion in different infrastructures, programs. We haven't seen nothing yet. There is a whole group of people who have just gotten here and have received more funding than you have ever received in your entire life. And you're not saying nothing about it. You're real silent. So your silence shows. Your silence shows and speaks for you when you're quiet, when you don't know how to rise up, which y'all don't. You're so clear and complacent today with just talking on the internet. And let me tell you, that don't do nothing. Talking on the internet does not do anything. So again, I'm in Chicago. I am hosting a in-person town hall meeting. If you would like to be a part of this meeting is the very first meeting of many. Okay. So this meeting is to go over what is the action plan? What is the game plan? And for me, being in financial services for the last 19 years, the only thing that affects these people is their pockets and their money. They don't care about your marches. They don't care about your internet keyboard comments because that doesn't do anything. You have to actually show your government that you're fucking finally tired, which means you're going to have to sacrifice something. Which means you're going to have to sacrifice your money, your time, okay? That means you're going to have to get the fuck off the internet and just watching on the sidelines because, again, the war is at your door. It's already here. Chicago is overran right now. It's already here while you're talking. The laws are already being made and changed. It's already here. It's not an if, it's when. So if you think that people just setting up in your city is okay, people being out here is okay, and your city and your government is okay with sending millions of dollars and providing, because let's also be clear, a lot of the things that are happening right now, companies and governments are making a ton of money. Contracts. As I'm reading the city and the breakdown of their expenses, over $67,000 went to a company to supply blankets. Over $130,000 went to a company to buy napkins and paper towels. So that part of that $235 million is also not going directly to these migrants. It's also being filled with the pockets of these different companies who are bidding and have business with the government. This is a money grab. And if you didn't notice, the federal government also pays your state, every single state, for them coming in. They are sending billions of dollars to your state. The state of Illinois has spent $325 million. How much money did the state actually get? And all you got to do is sit on here and say, yeah, that's sad. Yeah, that's all you all have become as a nation, is a bunch of keyboard typers. And that's what they know. And that's why they can do any and everything that they're doing right now, bringing people in, replacing you, giving funding, sending your tax dollars to outside countries. Where is your reparations? Black people. People who are not Black, where is your reparations? You couldn't even get student loans forgiven. Congress just denied it once again. Student loans payments were on hold, but guess what? Congress just denied that student loan hold payment, and now you have to start paying your student loans again. Where is your break? Yet everybody outside of you who live here and pay taxes here is getting funding and money. While y'all sit on the internet talking, running your fucking mouth, not doing shit, and think that you safe. You are not paying attention at all. I am so freaking tired and over y'all because at this point, I'm only interested in talking people who ready to do something. I'm an activist. I'm a civil rights grandkid. I'm a warrior. I'm a leader. And I'm going to speak up. Whether I have to use my platform on my own and say something, when I see an injustice, just like my grandmother told me, speak the fuck up. It is not okay. And the crazy part is none of this shit directly affects me. None of it. I don't need government assistance. I'm not on Link. I'm not on Section 8. I'm not dealing with nothing with the government that I need to survive. I don't need the government to survive. Many of you do. And at any point, this is really your fight, not mine. Because right now, if you on TikTok and you are on YouTube and you're on Section 8, Link, government assistance, Social Security, whatever type of assistance, if you need them to survive, then I'm talking to you. Because you're being replaced right now. And you don't even know it. To read that and see that they said they're allowing these people to come in because the American workforce does not want to go back to work, baby, you're being replaced. In Chicago, migrants have got $9,000 a month. 9,000. Not 900. 9,000. They're getting placed in houses. Their housing is being paid for. They're even furnishing the houses. They're even talking about giving them work release papers for the people who are undocumented. That's a whole nother other press release that just came out from the city of Chicago, that they're trying to force and hurry up and get this bill passed that they can do work release. Once again, you are blinded by the BS. They always know how to keep you filled with the wrong information. The same way Western media is proposing one company, one country as wrong and bad people, where another country is literally unaliving people, children, women, babies, but they're the victim, baby, bye. Y'all are so brainwashed in this country and they know it. And you will never say nothing to speak up for yourself, and they know it. Besides getting on this internet talking and running your mouth. I ain't praying for me, I'm praying for y'all. Because when the shit does hit the fan, I really hope that more of you are, hopefully you're armed. If you're not armed, then you can go and get your concealed carry. Every single one of you who can legally go and get armed, you need to be getting that. You need to be building an arsenal because you don't even understand what's happening. You just so blinded with today's information that you all have become slow. You don't even know how to think for yourselves no more. You don't even know how to speak up for yourselves no more. You are so conformed. Conformity. That's what this American education has taught you, to conform. Conform. Not to speak up, not to use your voice, not to use your economic impact power. So for me to have a town hall meeting, it's because I'm actually looking for solutions. I'm not spending my money with companies for maybe 30 days, 60 days, 6 months. It's time to take action and show my economic power. $300 billion people in the United States of America, and y'all can't be smart enough to pull together, to put your economic power together and show that you tired of this? You just gonna keep buying from Amazon. You just gonna keep buying from all these big box companies that's making billions of dollars from you, but are not doing anything about your situation because they have the government in their pockets. Yeah. All this is about money. Whenever it's a WAR, it's always a money grab. This is about money. Your president just asked Congress to approve $100 billion to the I state, to the I country, to the country that's unaliving kids, civilians. America, have you forgot your history? Have you forgot how they bombed Tulsa? Outside of Tulsa, there was other black cities that were bombed as well. They only talk about Tulsa, but Tulsa's not the only one. Did y'all forget that? That happened on America's soil. Y'all think that can't happen in 2023? Y'all slow as hell. That's just how conform to your little safe community that you think that you're in are. That's exactly the mindset. Oh, that ain't gonna happen over here. All right. If you're not paying attention, you're not paying attention, and you just never will, which means you'll also end up in cages. So you've been warned. Have a great night. I'm only still on TikTok right now.